Yo, yo, welcome in everybody to the Buds and Sports channel. DraftKings episode or week
11.
11. Week 11, baby. You already know the vibes on these DraftKings episodes. We're going to give you our two top value guys that we think are going to do good for, a low price. And then we're going to give you our two slate breakers for the high prices over 6,000. As always on these episodes, we are your three hosts. I'm Dougie, Lightning Leche, a.k.a. Patrick Mahomes Dobbs, baby. Let's go.
Ooh. Yeah, Franchise Dobbs.
Franchise Dobbs,
He's alive and well. He's alive and well. Yep.
And then a little franchise stack, I guess, all of a sudden.
Okay.
To the right of me, as always, is Mr. Spuddy McGee.
Yo, what's up, guys? How's it going? What's happening? What's good, y'all?
To the left of me, as always, Mr. Francis.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome back. And to the new listeners, welcome. Oh, no.
Welcome in, everybody. As I said, DraftKings episode 10. You already know how we do it here. Let's get it popping and rolling already. We're going to hope to make you guys some money this week. Hopefully you made some money last week because, hey, we've been hitting all these episodes. We've been hitting. You just got to put them in the right order. Make it stack. Make it work. You know what I'm saying? But let's jump right into this thing with the quarterbacks. Looking at this slate, just look at Josh Allen and just throw up on that name. But we're gonna scroll down the first three dudes, and I can't believe it's gonna be 3 weeks in a row. But let's go, Dak Prescott 7 times.
Wait, 4 weeks in a row.
This is the 4th week. 4 weeks in a row. Dak, what the fuck, dude? I don't like you, and you make me pick.
Hey, Dougie's gonna start calling him Daddy Dak again.
It was never Daddy Dak. It was more like depression Dak.
Down bad Prescott.
But 7,300. I think that's a solid price for someone that has been playing the way he's been playing. 32, 31, 41 the last 3 games, and I just don't see Carolina do anything to stop CD. And all of a sudden, we're reaching in our playbooks and getting other receivers involved. So I don't know what's going on in Cowboys land right now, but whatever the fuck the Eagles did to them, thank you.
Yeah.
But the Cowboys offense has been riding high. CeeDee Lamb's been making a name for himself and trying to tell everyone, "Hey, I am a number one, you bitch."
Not just the number one. This man is saying, "I am the best."
Yeah, he's saying, "I am the best." Y'all call me a 2. But I think this Cowboys offense keeps rolling. I don't know. So far, it's just looking like they're saying this year, "Hey, TP, sorry, we're just gonna throw it." Okay, it's been working. Just sit back, relax. So I think Dak Prescott has another 30-point game this weekend.
Interesting.
Sliding down. I'm going with the boy, baby. You already know who it is.
We know.
Jared Goff. It's Jared Goff, 6,600. Let's get it. Playing against Chicago at Detroit. He's at home. He's playing a subpar defense, and I just don't see Lions losing this game. There should be no reason Lions should lose this game. But I can see Goff hitting in the 25, having another 2-tutty game, maybe another 300-yard game. But I definitely see him hitting in the 25 and up area. So definitely look at Jared Goff this week. You know what I mean?
I like it, and I hope so.
As we slide down past the 6,000 and get into our value, guys, it's looking a little sketchy down in this area. But, man. Yes. Fine. If you guys really want me to do it. Geno Smith, 5,900. Rams just look like a mess right now. Geno had a good game last week, 27 points. I think if they keep it rolling as we get into, for some reason, as we get into the colder weather, it seems like Pete Carroll just has his teams more ready. I don't know what it is, but I think Geno Smith has another good game this weekend, and just below our 6,000 marker at value. I think that's a nice little value, and maybe you can do a little stackage. I think we're going to see a Tyler Lockett game this week, but we'll get there when we get there.
2 in a row? 2 in a row Tyler Lockett week?
Yeah, I think it's going to be. And then as we slide on down into our value guys, I mean, not our value guys, but our even more value guys, I guess you can say. You guys ready for this one?
Little Tommy DeVito? Little Tommy DeVito?
About to say some stupid shit.
Little Tommy DeVito?
Whoa, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
All right, hear me out. 4,800, Zach Wilson.
What? Do I even do this?
Hear me out, okay? I don't know what it is about this Buffalo team, but they just play to their fucking competition. Last time they played the Jets, they had a stinker, and I'm pretty sure they lost.
They did.
Aaron Rodgers went down. It was a whole thing. Now things are different. Bills are still ass, and Jets are still ass. But I have a weird feeling about this game, that this is going to be the game where a Bills coach gets fired. Someone's getting fired after this game.
One coach already got fired.
More to come, brother.
Shit.
I did not hear about.
Offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator. I have a weird feeling about this game, that this might be the game that, what's the saying, that tips the scales, that what basically makes the Bills hit the panic button. I think they lose this game. I think Zach Wilson has a decent game, puts up 20 points, which at that price tag, perfect. Thank you. Nobody's looking at Zach Wilson. He's low ownership. But I think this is the game that puts the nail in the coffin for the Bills. That's just
basically what you're saying. And the Bills taking an L to the Jets at home versus Zach Wilson will make them implode and tilt out of the league.
Yes. I don't know if tilt out of the league, but we're gonna see some changes after that.
Okay. They're gonna implode. All right. I like it, but jam. That's dark times for the Bills coming up.
You know what? Talk a little bit on it. Hey, Trayvon Diggs is really instigating Stephon Diggs on leaving.
Yeah, I'm saying, like this. I'm telling you, you lose at home to the Jets and Zach Wilson. Oh yeah, we gonna.
Hey, man said I'm on a season-ending injury. I have time. I'm not really in the league right now. I'm chilling at home.
Let me instigate.
There isn't enough targets for CeeDee Lamb and Stephon Diggs on the same offense.
we never said our team, but since you want to bring it up.
I get it. You know, brother on the same team. That's great. Offense and defense. I love it.
Trayvon,
all Trayvon got to say is that wasn't me. That was my son, Aiden. That was my son. Everyone loves him.
Before we carry on talking about these quarterbacks, one question. If the trade-off was Stephon Diggs, but you had to get rid of CeeDee Lamb for him, you doing it?
No.
Spuddy's having trouble answering that one.
No comment.
No comment?
No comment. Because I'm a big Stephon Diggs stan, so like I'm kind of leaning.
I know.
I'm kind of leaning.
We'll give you
great for morale. Great for morale.
Look, I'll give you a trade that helps both of us. Like the Bills, you need some depth in running back. We'll give you TP and Brandon Cooks, and you give us.
Hey Doug, you're on to something. You're on to something.
All right. Let's get back to these quarterbacks. These trade talks are gonna make me throw up.
Hey, you brought it up. It's your fault.
I had one question, and it was not that one.
Sounded like a Rams fan. Anytime I play grocery trades, that's all I see on my feed is Rams. Like, oh, dude, we can get them. Like, dude, you can't get everybody. You sold your soul already. It's over.
You can't sell two.
All right. But those are my 4 quarterbacks for the week. What do you guys think?
I thought you were going to talk about C.J. Strauss as the boy. That's what I thought.
Ooh.
I was, but every time I pick him, he does bad. So I'm like, I want him to continue to do good. So I'm like,
you on to something, but like, it's against the Arizona Cardinals, dude.
I know, right? That just screams shootout for some reason.
It does.
To me.
I don't know how much of a shootout it's going to be, but I kind of like the other side of CJ this week. I kind of like Kyler Murray.
Really?
I was looking at Kyler hard, but I was like, I'm just going to go with Golfy just because he's more stable. But I do like Kyler this week, too.
Because his first game back after, I forget how long without football, but it was a really long time. I expected him to be complete, like, garbage. And he did not look bad. Almost like was 50 yards away from the 300 yards passing, and he got a rushing touchdown. Like, that's the biggest appealing factor to me, is like he's still using his legs a lot. So as long as he's rushing 6 to 10 times a game, I love that for DraftKings. And then the game script that I kind of see is like the Houston kind of getting somewhat of a comfortable lead. Maybe Singletary snipes like 2 touchdowns from CJ Stroud. Like, they get in the red zone. Singletary gets in. So Kyler Murray is going to be playing from a negative game script where he's going to have to throw the ball a lot, have to make a lot of big plays, whether it's legs or arms. And I just think his ceiling is a little higher than CJ's this week. Just this week. Just this matchup.
Okay.
Value. I like Brock Purdy because just for the sole fact that he has his pieces back. And like I said, 100% healthy, this team can dominate 99% of the league when they're all there. Brock Purdy has scored over 20 points 5 out of his 10 games. Out of the whole 10 games that he's played, only scored less than 10 one time. But at a price point of 5,800, like, you're going to get a guy that's going to give you a floor of 15 points, but then his ceiling is potentially 30. So I really like Brock Purdy at 5,800, especially with all his pieces back, and versus a team that you attack through the air.
I like it.
Okay.
Other than those two, that's it.
I just got CJ Stroud, so I'm good.
He said, "I just got the MVP. I'm going with the MVP."
Okay. I got one more. I think this guy goes under the radar a lot. I mean, he's kind of under our radar, but they kind of gave him a top pick rating this year. Sam Howell. Last 3 weeks.
300.
Yeah, last 3 weeks. 28, 21, 34. He put 34 on the Eagles too. So think about that.
Dude be slanging that thing.
Yeah,
he'd be slanging it.
The big thing to know, there's a lot of attempts on this man's arsenal. So I feel like he's a great pick because you never know. There's opportunities.
My only issue, because I looked at his name too, my only issue is last time I played the Giants, I know it was at the Giants' house, but he only put up 10. And last time I did pick him was that Giants game, and I was like, it's the Giants. How can he not do, like, because before, literally almost same predicament. Like, before the Giants, 3 games in a row, 19, 29, 18. They put up 10 against the Giants when I picked them. And then same thing, 3 games in a row, 35, 21, 28. Now he plays the Giants. And I'm just like, I want to pick your name, but I feel like you're setting me up again, bitch.
To be fair, Dougie, that Giants team in Week 7 This Giants team that he's gonna face is a worse Giants team than Week 7
Which
somehow.
Is crazy.
I know that's crazy to say, but this Giants team that he's about to play is even worse than that Week 7 Giants team, and I'll tell you why I think he'll have a better game. The fact that DeVito is their quarterback, going to convert a lot of first downs. They're not going to move the chains. That defense is going to be on the field the whole fucking game, and they're going to get gassed at some point. Mm-hmm. And so that's when Howell can start picking them apart because he throws over 40 times.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, I'm on the train with you guys. It's just I'm on that fool me once. Shame on you. Fool me twice.
Man, fuck you.
I get you. I get you,
but I mean, like, I definitely looked at his name. Like, yeah, if you're somebody that makes multiple matchups, I would definitely do maybe like a Hal McLaurin stack or
Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson, how about?
Or Brian Robinson. But if you make multiple lineups, he's definitely named to put down there as a value guy. Oh no, I mean, damn, he's 6'8". What the fuck?
I tell you what. Interestingly enough, as of today, he is the most owned quarterback right now.
So people are thinking what you're thinking.
Oh yeah, no, I like second most. The first is Tua, and then it's Sam Howell. Those are the only two quarterbacks in the double-digit ownership percentages. Everyone else is under 10%.
All right. Well, after I threw up when it said Tua, I'll just wrap up these QBs. I like Tua, you guys, okay? It's just I don't believe in the Dolphins. Sorry. They got to show me more.
They do. They got to show more against good teams.
Mm-hmm. All right. Let's get this wrapped up. So, my top dollar guys this week, I had Dak Prescott, 7,300. Then we're going to slide down to Mr. Jared Goff at 6,600. And then my two value guys this week, we're going a little out of the bubble, but Geno Smith, 5,900. And Zach, I don't know why Saleh believes in you, Wilson, 4,800. All righty, those are my picks this week for QBs. We're going to hand it off to Francis, and he's going to, run us some game with the running backs. Get it? Run.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Week 11 slate. I feel like this is another week where you can, or you should, be running backs. There's great matchups everywhere, especially on above the 6K range. Like, you can make a case for almost every name on this slate. So I would say pick 3 running backs this week. The first one I'm going to start with, Eckler at 8,600 against the Packers. Eckler is just a super consistent guy. However, since week 1, he has not rushed over 100 yards. It's been more of a balanced attack with him on rushing attempts and pass catching. But that's also what makes his floor great, is that last 3 weeks he's gotten 8 targets, 7 targets, 7 targets. Like, they're throwing him the ball, and it's because there's injuries in that wide receiver room. Mike Williams went down earlier in the season. Joshua Palmer now missing a couple of games. So Eckler's been having a heavy workload lately. And against that Packers defense, crazy that they're terrible against the run, because when you look at their schedule and see what running backs they've gone against, a lot of them were very mediocre running backs. So yeah, I like Eckler this week. Second,
really quick, Eckler, you need to have another 29 points, because no way you did that week 1 and that was your ceiling.
No,
I'm raging for you, Francis. I'm gonna rage for you. Tyreek Hill and Eckler this year, don't do what they did week 1 at least one more time.
Yeah, exactly. And I still think Eckler has a slate breaking week in him. He hasn't done it yet, but I think he has a 38 to 43 point game somewhere along this season, and I feel like this is a good matchup for it. Second pick, And I know it's like I'm picking him until it happens, but I refuse to believe that it won't happen this fucking week. Tony Pollard, 6,600 against the Panthers.
I told you we're a throwing team now.
No. And guess what? Pollard is a pass catching back. So what's the issue? Tell me what's the issue. You want to throw more? That's fine.
It's Mike McCarthy.
Yo.
All right. Look, 3 weeks in a row, Pollard has scored less than 10 points. I think at this point, a lot of TP people are out on him. If we're talking about regular fantasy, I know a lot of people are either benching him this week or trying to trade him. So a lot of people are out on Tony Pollard. But he started off the season pretty strong, the first 3 games. And he had a decent game against the Chargers. I don't know. I don't know. The situation is weird, but I do believe the Panthers are that bad to where Pollard can have a big game. Anywhere from, 25 points, 27 points. It's in him. It's there. So I'm going to ride with Pollard. I'm going to go for it. 6,600. So first value pick. There's at least 3 guys I like in the value range, but go with my boy James Conner, 5,700 against the Texans. He did barely come back from injury, but they gave him a decent amount of volume, 16 touches in the run game. I'd like to see him at least get a target in the passing game, but it was his first game back. So against this team. Houston hasn't been the greatest against the run, and I think more games that Connor and Kyler Murray play, like getting back into the offense, their numbers are going to gradually go up. So I like James Conner, 5,700. Second value pick is going to be on the other side of that game. I also like Devin Singletary, 5,300. This man, they gave him the volume this last game, even in a very close matchup, in a very close game, actually. They gave him 30 rushing attempts. Did I DC?
You kind of cut out just a little bit. A little bit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my Discord just did something funny. Sorry. 30 rushing attempts, averaging about 5 yards a carry, ended the day with 150 rushing yards. I did think they were going to use Singletary a little more in the passing game. I figured he'd get at least 4 to 5 targets, but as long as he snipes 2 red zone touchdowns, I think Singletary has a healthy game at this price point, 5,300. There's a crap ton of names on this slate. I'm interested to know what you guys like.
I mean, I don't know. You feel like you got to make one lineup with McCaffrey. You kind of got it. Like,
Always.
You got to make one lineup. I want to mention a Lions running back, but it's just who, or is it both again? I still don't truly know what's going to happen with that situation because it was only one game, but. I guess if I had to pick one of the two, right now it seems like he's been going with Gibbs, like when they're in the red zone. So I'm going to say Gibbs is still in play if you want to make a lineup or two with him. But I wouldn't blame it if you make a lineup with both of them.
It just seems like if both are healthy and both are going to be on the field, Gibbs is for sure the pass-catching back because he's the only one getting a healthy amount of targets. I don't think Montgomery got thrown to one time this last game. But I like Gibbs for that reason.
As far as value goes, it's kind of like sketchy down here when you really look at it. Like the guys you mentioned were kind of like the 2 best ones. I mean, you can maybe make a case for Brian Robertson to have another good game.
Exactly. Yep.
But other than that, I think he kind of hit everybody I was looking at in the value guys. So I think that's going to do it for me. Spuddy?
I want to say this is an option. Not really a strong one because I don't know if Kyron Williams is going to play, but Darrell Henderson against the Seahawks, he hasn't been playing particularly well, but I have a little faith in this game against Seattle, though. Just a little.
Carson Wentz making his debut as a Ram.
No, yeah.
Oh, so Stafford's officially rolled out?
No. He's just making his debut. Like, he's going to put on the uniform, but he's back.
Is Stafford supposed to be back this week?
He's supposed to be.
Oh.
He's questionable.
Oh, okay.
But they expect him to start. But Wentz is going to have his jersey on, though. That's for damn sure.
Why? Stafford's back. Go back on the couch, dude.
A stretch play. I call it stretch because it is against a hard defense. But when you're dual threat guys, sometimes that goes in your favor. Chad White.
Oh, Rashad?
Yeah, Rashad.
Yeah.
Hey, whenever I click his name and I see it, I want to say Rashad, but when I just say it like without looking at his name, I would go Rashad. So when I see his name, I'm like Rashad. I'm like, okay,
Rashad, because of double A.
Yeah, you gotta go Rashad. That's why sometimes it's better not to read their names and just be like what you've been hearing.
Yeah.
But Rashad White, definitely, I like his floor is healthy.
Yeah,
good games.
Yeah, I like it. Breece Hall too. Breece Hall.
They just need to run the ball. I guess they are. They're trying.
They need to try more.
I mean, yeah, you guys like Wilson. Why would we run more?
I really like Breece Hall too. He's been streaky on missing the end zone, and we know how good Breece Hall is and can be. Mm-hmm. And honestly, the Bills' defense hasn't been scary this year.
Nope.
Yeah.
They let the Broncos do what they did.
They made Javonte Williams relevant, baby.
Yeah. So you're right. Let's see what's Breece Hall's ownership this week so far. It is sitting at 10%. You know what's crazy? There's like at least 10 running backs in the double-digit ownership this week. And so a lot of people are stacking. They are shoving running backs in their lineups this week.
Okay, that almost went crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but hey, go ahead and wrap it up.
All right, we gonna wrap it up. Stop, boy. Everybody relax. Everybody chill out. Everybody chill out.
It's thundering outside. I'm scared. Frank told me.
All right. First top pick, Eckler, 8,600 against the Packers. Second top pick, Tony Pollard, 6,600 against the Panthers. First value is going to be James Conner, 5,700 against the Texans.
O'Connor.
And then we got Devin Singletary at home against the Cardinals, 5,300. All right, Spuddy. Let's get to these wide receivers.
All right. Interesting slate because, like, I think the trend right now with most positions, like your super top like priced players, all their opponents are in the red. Like they're they're playing against tough defense like the first couple of them. But the thing is, you got to take a shot. You got to take a shot in this on those red areas when you're playing against these top teams because one of them's gonna break. And this player that I'm picking first is the top guy in wide receiver land, and that is Tyreek Hill, 9,300. I don't like. It's weird because Raiders have a red in the area, but at the same time, I'm like, I think Tyreek could exploit that. Like most of it has been the pass rush for the Raiders.
Yeah,
that really caused like turnovers and downs and everything like that. So, but I think the Dolphins can produce, And if they could produce, that means Tyreek Hill's obviously going to get involved. He kind of slacked last week in Germany, or last time they played in Germany. So I'm expecting a big bounce back there. 150-yard game, maybe 2 tuds. We might.
Yeah.
I'm expecting that, and that's what you're supposed to get with this value. You expect the big gains right here, so that's what I'm placing my bet on, and that's why Tyreek Hill is my first top guy this week.
Let's go.
I'm going bold this week because I'm going. The next person is another red team that I'm going with, and this one is based on
above 9K.
No, not 9K, but just a hard defense. Just a hard defense. Because this team likes to rely on him when they need to get things done, and when playing against the Niners, they're gonna have to rely on this man. And I think, good old Bake has to throw it up there for Mike Evans to make an impact. And yes, that is Mike Evans at 7,400. Like I said, bold pick, but I mean, Mike Evans been showing clutch out for Baker this whole season. So let's just say they play. They're coming from a down situation. So they're going to want to rely on Mike Evans on converting, getting the big yards, getting the touchdown. Mike Evans, tall target, 6'5", crazy. So you're going to want to throw to Mike Evans. So I expect a big game from Mike Evans, possibly a 100-yard game with a touchdown. That's what I'm feeling. That's the vibe I'm getting.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think Baker's really going to struggle this game. But in areas that he's going to do well, trying to get the ball to Mike Evans. I think that's what's going to happen.
I can see that.
Mm-hmm. And those are my top guys this week. And now we're going to my value guys, big values. Honestly, this whole season, I've been littering my lineups with Texan wide receivers. And the thing is, you can't go wrong with a Texan wide receiver nowadays. Because you got C.J. Strauss just slinging the ball and getting the ball to these receivers. This week is going to be very interesting because they're saying Nico Collins is going to be playing. So it's really a toss-up of which wide receiver you want to go with the Texans.
Right.
But with that being said, I think he established himself well enough to get the play this week. Is his targets going to dip a little bit? Probably, but not to the point where he's not a play. And that is Tank Dell at 5,900.
Ooh.
Yeah. Tank Dell has big playability, but he's also good for the short game. I expect him to get a lot of receptions. I want to say he'll get 8 receptions. Possibly 100 yards, maybe a touchdown. That's the kind of production I'm kind of expecting from Tank Dell this week. It's a lot for 59, but we've seen it before. He's done it before, and this is a past team accompanied with a pretty good running game. So I expect Tank Dell to have a good game. We might get a good shootout out of this one too. So I expect a lot of targets going Tank Dell's way. That's why I picked him. Now, my last value guy, I feel like it's kind of a stretch, but I will make a case for it. Why not? Let's just hurry up and say his name. We got Jaden Reed from the Green Bay Packers. 4,000. 4,000. Yes, a stretch. And let me tell you why. Christian Watson hasn't been producing very well at all on the fantasy front. Low targets, not big yards. Kind of disappointing on that end. Trust me, I know. Then it goes to Romeo Doubs. All right, he's been a value guy this whole season, but he's been putting all right production. But the main thing who came out of nowhere has been Jalen Reed. Jalen Reed. Last game he had 19 points against the Steelers. I think this just builds the trust that hey, we need to get this guy more involved because against the Ram he only got 3 targets, but then the week before that he had 4 targets. So he's established himself as a 3. And I think this week, especially going against a Charger defense, I'm going to see I feel like Jordan Love's going to be in the shotgun a lot more this week, which means we're probably going to see a lot more 3 receiver sets. And Jaden Reed will be more of a check down receiver, which means he's going to get a lot of targets this way, which means he's going to get a lot of yards as well. So if you're really looking for someone in the value range at $4,000, Jaden Reed.
I like it.
Okay. I like it.
Remember, guys, it's my job to convince you on my picks, even if I know that it might not be a good outing. Because yes, Jordan Love has been struggling, no doubt. He's the Green Bay offense not looking good. But if I can convince you on picking at least one player from that Green Bay team, that's the player I'm convincing you guys on. What do you think? You know, we got a plethora of players that we could play from, but I want to see what players are twinkling in your eyes.
What you got, Dougie?
I think Tyreek Hill, I guess you definitely got to make a lineup or two with him. Same with CD. You might as well make a lineup or two with him. Amara St. Brown, I think you kind of got to make a lineup with him. As far as value, but other than that, like the top tier guys you mentioned, as far as value, like I said, I do think it's going to be another Lockett game this week.
Lockett's in value?
I mean, damn, there's a lot of people above.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not value, but I do think it's a Lockett game if you want to listen to your boy. But value-wise, I do like Marquise Brown this week. I think he could be a sleeper if you want to do a stack. Dude, who's your first value guy again?
My first value guy was Tank Dell.
Tank Dell, yeah, okay, yeah. So I want to go on the other side of that, and I'm gonna go Noah Brown. 4,800. I think one of these. I think it's almost a safe bet to say at least 1 to 2 Houston receivers are gonna have great games every week. So, you know, whichever one you're feeling. I think Tank Dell is also a good pick. You know what I mean? Noah Brown's there. But other than that, yeah, that's kind of like who I see this week. Maybe if you want to fuck around and try Brandon Cooks again, but treading lightly there.
Hey, because if we're wrong, the hammer's going to get hit on us. Like, oh,
the hammer's going to get hit.
We're sorry.
But I definitely think Tyreek and CD, one of those two guys are going to have a big game this week. One of those two guys are going to put the stats in a headlock like Draymond. That's all I got to say.
That shit was crazy.
Yo.
That man is wild, bro.
Hey,
I should not have laughed, but I found this comment so stupid, bro. On the post, he's like, Draymond's gotta have CTE. And I'm like, wait, what? Why did that make me laugh? Is it because you're not supposed to get CTE?
It's not a common injury.
It's not a common thing. Yeah, bro. Anyway, Draymond crazy.
Hey, the funniest stat from that whole thing was not a single point was scored when all three of them got ejected from the game. I'm like, you telling me this went on for 2 minutes without a score, and then they said, you know what, let's fight.
Let's fight. Let's fight.
You can.
Yeah. I'm like, this is hockey. This is crazy.
Yeah.
No score on the scoreboard. Already trying to throw down the gloves. I'm like, bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you feeling, Francis?
There's 3 names in the top. Stephon Diggs, I can make a case for just because they played the Jets that first week, and I know it's Sauce Gardner, it's that defense, but hey, that first week he still put up almost 30 points on them, went over 100 receiving yards. He had his first single-digit game last week. Other than that, Diggs has been very solid through the whole season. So I do think he bounces back, unless it's gotten really, really toxic in that locker room. But 5 targets last game, that was the lowest he's ever seen this whole year. So I like Diggs for a bounce back game. If Stafford plays, I really like Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp, weeks of non-Cooper Kupp numbers, but all for different reasons. If Stafford comes back, he's going right back to that 25 to 30 point range. And then I also like Adam Thielen to bounce back and kind of go back to where he was first half of the season. But I like this matchup solely because of garbage time purposes.
Garbage time.
Or just Panthers playing from behind for at least 3/4 of this game. So Adam Thielen's definitely going to be out there running a bunch of routes. Should see at least 10 targets this game. So yeah, I like this matchup just because it's so one-sided that he's going to be out there a lot. Mm-hmm. Let me see value. Oh, one other guy I like this week purposes and ownership purposes is Brandon Ayuk.
Yes,
Brandon Ayuk at 7,200, sitting at 6%. Like I said earlier, the way you attack this Bucs team is through the air. Just because they did kind of set up their defense and that line to be really good against the run. But when you start attacking them through the air, it's a different story. Mm-hmm. As long as that D-line isn't pressuring your quarterback and like causing problems the majority of the game, they usually start to get picked apart in the air. So I think Brandon Ayuk has a lot of good upside on this game. Value. Ridley has become a super low floor but pretty high ceiling type of player. So he's one of those guys where it's a boomer bust is the term. Yeah, boomer bust. Mm-hmm. So I think Ridley this week has a potential for boom against that Titans defense. Again, similar to the Bucs defense, I think the way you attack the Titans is through the air.
Yes.
So Jags are looking to bounce back. They got their asses beat last week by my Niners. So they're gonna come out trying to recuperate, trying to bounce back. I think Ridley has a good game this week. And yeah, other than that, those are my picks.
Okay. All right. Reviewing my top guys. We got Tyreek Hill at 9,300. After that, we got Mike Evans at 7,400. Value. We got Tank Dell at 5,900. And we got Jaden Reed at 4,000 flat against Chargers. Let's go. Moving on to tight ends. Oh, what a lineup we got to pick from.
Laporta.
Yeah, I do like Laporta. Schultz. I think Schultz is a good name.
I like Kittle.
I do, but I don't. I don't know.
So,
he gets low targets, but the thing is, he's so explosive with with everything that he catches. So it's like it's hard to kind of stray away from those big opportunities because they throw to Kittle when the opposing defense like breaks down and like leaves holes open, and I can see the Bucs defense doing that against the Niners because they're going to be like, who do we go against? Do we guard McCaffrey? Do we guard Debo? Or do we guard Ayuk? Oh shit, we got Kittle wide open. You know, it's kind of like the Bucs defense is going to remind me of how the Jags were, but a little bit worse.
Yeah.
So, because I saw a few plays from that game, and yeah, they busted coverage a few times.
Yeah.
So
I think Trey McBride is a good play too this week.
He is.
Oh definitely. Yeah, he's been involved. I want you guys to do me a favor. Click on Kincaid, and then just take a guess when I dropped him in my phone. Just take a wild, just a shot in the dark. When do you think I dropped his ass?
It'll be 5 week 6.
I'm gonna say I'll go week 4. Week 4, and because you had 1 week of I was right. He ain't shit. Then bam.
No.
It was week 6 during the bye week. He had a bye, and I was like, I need to start a tight end. What am I missing by dropping this guy? I'm missing because look at all the games before that. Mm-hmm. Look at all the fucking games right after the bye week. Mm-hmm. God damn it, bro.
You dropped them, and I said, "Excuse."
Snatched him like a eagle, man. A hawk.
Man, if I was somebody and I knew that me and Doug were best friends, I would report collusion. For giving Swift and Kincaid for free. For free.
Hey, here's the thing. It's different though. You put it out there in the pool. No one bit other than Dougie. He's like, I'll take that. And then with Swift, Dougie, I'll take that.
The funny thing about Swift was, like, I'm the one that told him, I was like, get Hill, like, you can just grab him now, and you're like, yeah, I guess. All right, fine. I guess I'll drop Swift.
Well, yeah. What pains me is I drafted Laporta and Kincaid, and look where they are now, motherfuckers.
I drafted ET and Thielen. Look where they are now.
Do we like Luke Musgrave?
No.
At 3,600.
No,
we don't. Okay, no. We do not.
I gave him too many chances.
Must keep him in the grave.
I like Logan Thomas.
Keep him in the grave. Whoa! Why is? Hold on. Somebody explain to me why Tyler Conklin is 2,900 and lower than Parham Jr., again, Musgrave, and shit, even Logan. Like, they have similar numbers. Why is Conklin 29?
He had a decent game, yeah. I mean, you're onto something there.
What's going on there? He caught, like, the last 2 games on 13 targets and 13 receptions. Dude is perfect.
Yeah.
Literally, the only thing missing is a touchdown.
Yeah, you're onto something.
Oh, if you're going super value this week, it's Conklin. DraftKings put him at 29.
That's what the draft says. Yeah. I like Logan Thomas.
Logan Thomas in this matchup, and with how many times Howell throws the ball,
5, 6, 8, 6 has been his target rate.
How you guys feeling about Mo Alley-Cox?
All right, let's talk about defenses.
All right, defense. All right. Okay, wait. Well, quick question between tight end. If somebody's trying to pick between Ferguson or Schultz, what are you telling them?
Oof. Well, this week, simply because of matchup wise, I don't know. They both got good matchups, low key. Honestly, I'm telling them, fuck it, roll the dice. They're both good.
Start both.
I'll go.
I don't know if I'll start both, but you can pick either one.
I'll go Schultz.
Yeah, I'll lean a little more for Schultz just because they do use him. I mean, but Ferguson always seems to get a TD. Like
he always.
He does.
3 games in a row with a TD. Does he not get one this week?
Ferguson's the safer bet. Schultz will have a
higher ceiling. Yeah. No, I feel that.
Mm-hmm. These are the things I feel.
All right, well, let's pivot over to these defensives now. I mean, obviously, you got to look at Cowboys defense. 41.
It's like, I don't care that the Commanders depleted their whole defense. You put their defense against this Giants team. They are going against little Tommy DeVito.
Little
Tommy DeVito. Like, I know Saquon is still in there, but he looks stressed. He looks like he's almost out of it. Like, just because of just how bad this team's performing.
Nah, he's leaving there. He got to be gone by next year.
Yeah, little Tommy DeVito though is going to throw some picks.
You can make a case for Lions defense against Chicago.
Lions in Chicago? Oh yeah, I can see that.
Why not? Right.
If you go to the bottom tier and you have to sell on defense, I'd go Raiders simply for the fact that their defenses hit backwoods mid-interview, so they don't give a fuck there. They wear black Air Force.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Hey, that's how you know the Raiders team was done with McDaniels.
I'm dead. Oh yeah. Done.
But yeah, I don't know if you can make a case for any of these 3 bottom teams. You can, if you're gonna sell on defense, I think your best bet would be the Jets, 2,600. Simply just because, like I said, Buffalo plays to their opponent, and Josh Allen is throwing interceptions like that's the thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna sell on defense, the Jets will probably be your best bet.
Interesting.
Sure.
Other than that, I think it's gonna wrap it up this week. Unless you guys anything else on defense?
No, sir.
All right.
No, sir.
Thank you guys for tuning in. As always on these episodes, we appreciate everybody who does follow, who is subscribed, who listen to these and take this information. Make sure to hit those follow buttons if you are new, or hit the subscribe button if you are new. We are on all your podcast listening stations. We are on YouTube. We are on Instagram. So, search up Buzzin' Sports. We there. We have Spuddy Quick Picks coming up. I'm recording the Dookie list right after this. So that should be up by the end of the day. Other than that, I think we have a good week ahead of us, boys. I like some of these picks we picked. So let's get it cracking. You guys know who we are. We are the Buzzin' Sports. That's Spuddy. That's Francis. I'm Dougie, and we are unlimited.
Unlimited.